I've been a professional chef for over a decade. All right, here we go. Good morning. We are right outside the beautiful Oracle Park here in San Francisco. We're right on the water, right by the bay, and we're on the hunt for the best croissant. Always on the hunt for the better croissant. Our little guy Tito is here with us. Kate is here too. She's still in the room getting ready. She wants to go to a proper brunch, proper breakfast, sit-down meal. But you know, me and my sweet tooth, there's always room for another dessert. And croissants fall into that category. Or should I say croissant? Because when we're French and all, that's the proper way to pronounce it. The interesting thing here, we're going to a bakery I have a hard time pronouncing. I'm gonna ask them how to pronounce it. Arsicault Bakery. They originally had one location up in like inner Richmond area. And that's where I would always go, and I've had these croissants for a very long time. And they've always been one of my favorites. And now I haven't been back actually in the city eating for maybe like 8 years. And now that I'm back, I've noticed they've expanded quite a bit. They have locations all over the city. So we're staying downtown at the Hyatt, and I saw one of the locations are a 5-minute walk from the hotel. So a beautiful little morning walk right across this bridge. I used to ride my bike across this bridge. I lived not far from here, over there for a period of time with Chef Adam Sobel, if you guys know him, remember him from Food Network and Michael Mina fame. But for everybody that doesn't know me, I've been a professional chef for over a decade, and I'm bringing you along to see if San Francisco has the world's best croissant. Let's get into it. You know, there's a couple of things you're looking for in a proper croissant. Texture. There should be multiple textures. I had one of the worst croissants in my life the other day up in Sonoma, Glen Ellen. Not gonna put the place on blast, but it was equivalent to, dare I say, airport croissant. I think an airport croissant might have even been better than this place. It was straight up atrocious. And there was like a line down the street of people wanting to eat at this patisserie, this boulangerie. And oh my God, can't tell you how bad it was. But if you're curious of the current state of San Francisco, this is kind of what we're looking at here. Picketing, plumbers union, support them, support that. Fair labor, fair wages, all of the things. But this whole area down here is all brand new. I think they call this the Bay Basin now, Mission Rock perhaps. So all nice new apartment buildings, tons of tech money. We are in uncharted territory over here. This was all like empty parking lots when I lived down over here, and there was maybe one new building. If you know Ike's, that's kind of like Deli Board's competitor. Ike's has chains all over the country. He's in a lot of airports. Trust me when I say Deli Board is the far superior sandwich. But back to croissants. So we're looking for multiple layers, multiple textures. And my personal preference is an almond croissant, which leaves a lot of room for hiding a bad croissant versus, like, you know, they say the cheese pizza is the way to judge a pizza place. But I'm a pepperoni guy, and I like to judge on a pepperoni. Just like an almond croissant is how I like to judge a croissant shop. Oh, there's a Flour and Water Pizzeria right there. Dang. And so, you know, you take a day-old croissant, which doesn't necessarily need to be good anymore. You dip it in simple syrup. You pipe an almond. You pipe an almond frangipane inside of the croissant. Put the frangipane on top, sliced almonds, and then rebake it. So essentially almond croissants are twice baked croissants, loaded with more sugar, more egg, more flavoring, and more moisture. So there's a lot of wiggle room for error, but a lot of kind of like room to cover mistakes in what would normally be a proper croissant. Let's see where we are. I am not familiar with this area at all. I'm close. I was about to run into traffic. This little guy. Let's see, it might be right up here. You could tell where the croissants are. Is it in this building? Where are we? No, it says I'm on top of it. There it is, we found it. All right, Tito, you ready? Brand new, no line. So great. Hello. Good, how are you?
Good, thanks for asking.
Wow, so many choices, huh?
Oh, we're at the right time.
Let's, I'll take a chocolate chip cookie for the road. While we're here. But I came for the almond croissant, so I would like an almond croissant, please. And I think that's it on pastry for me. I'm gonna be respectful of myself today. And a small hot black coffee, please.
Yeah, small black coffee.
Yes, please. Croissant acquired. So we're looking at that beautiful frangipane on top. You can see tons and tons of layers on this thing. Great sign right off the bat. And the one memory I had of the last time I had this, it was like super soaked in that syrup that they dip it in. This one seems a little crunchier. So we'll see what's happened. We'll see what changed in the world of croissants. And now we're just gonna get into it. I always wonder, do you eat a croissant hamburger or hot dog? I always like to go against the grain. We're going straight up hot dog. Oh yeah, and when I'm talking about textures, layers, textures and layers. Crispy on the outside, soft, bakey, flaky. You could see each of those individual layers pull apart. These are not bad day-old croissants. These are really good, proper croissants, pulling apart in all those layers. The inside is almost still warm. Frangipane is a mix of egg, almond flour, and sugar. And so that ratio, every bakery will do a little differently. And so sometimes it sets a little harder, sometimes it's a little sweeter, sometimes a little creamier. I just love the flavor of like that almond extract. Because this eats flavored almond, but not leftover almond croissant. It tastes like a fresh, normal, buttery croissant with all of the lusciousness and beautifulness that you get from almonds. But they actually don't do. You don't see all the almonds sprinkled on top. Again, I feel like that's kind of superficial, not necessary, but this thing just gives you everything you're looking for in a croissant. Top tier almond croissant, Arsicault Bakery. Keto could have a little bit too. Yummy. San Francisco Bay Area, multiple locations. Definitely add it to your next trip itinerary. Don't forget to like and follow, subscribe for more best of food videos. Now I'm just gonna eat this whole thing. I also feel like there's no clean way to eat an almond croissant. I feel like I'm in the napalm zone over here. Crumbs, all good signs. If your croissant is not shattering in your hands and creating crumbage and flakiness, it's all one texture and you're doing it wrong. Here's my other pro move. Bakery pro tip of the day. Black coffee, hot black coffee. It's the coffee the employees drink. You could tell if they care about their black coffee, they care about a lot of the other details, and having a bitter hot beverage, no milk, no sugar, it gives you a palate cleanser for when your bites become too sweet and overwhelming. So we keep going back and forth for more. Let me say this for Kate, so I know she deserves some. Said she didn't want some. Life pro tip, even if she says she doesn't want some, bring her some.